Any better now? Oh, that's better. My apologies. Yes, I have a new overlay for you all. As you can see, it's school themed. So I made this overlay the other day using actually a 3D scene in Godot, but I just took a screenshot of it for now. I might do. Where are you at? You're over here. I might do a Beegs. I might actually start making my overlay a bit interactive, and actually have some where I can move about and things like that. But we'll see how that goes. Yes, we as SME as said there, today we went swimming, so I'm a bit knackered, a bit tired rather, and we also went to a video game exhibition, which was pretty cool because there's a lot of retro games. We saw a lot of cool stuff there. We should be able to see now. If we go back to Godot scene, there we go. You can see now what we're learning. Is that clear enough for you? Is it big enough? Because one of my big worries was about whether that's going to be big enough or not. Did you let your son play around in Blender? No, I didn't. I'll admit this is a free asset. I will I'd happily let him play around in Blender. I'll let him learn and try and play. But I do need to figure out some things. So, for instance, right now we have this sub goal, which is, let's go back to the sub goals. Not that one. It will help if I go to studio mode, and then I can figure out. So, sub goal, follow a goal. My eyes. So we have the follower goal. But I want to change it. I want it to be something above my head here, which will be like number of students enrolled or number of classmates or something like that, rather than followers. Or I might have followers in brackets. But I want it to be dynamic, and I'm not 100% sure how to get dynamic text on my overlay. So if anyone knows how to do that, please let me know. Maybe stick it in Discord and I'll figure it out from there. Thank you very much, Skydriver. I am a bit thirsty actually. So, when was this? Why with the stretchers? Why? Thank you for the posture check. Thank you very much. And the stretch redeem. Your missus wants you to move a bit more. You'll need to take the restrictions off. I don't need to take the restrictions off because I've seen how much you used it and abused it when the restrictions weren't there. So on it's a bit loud. On Friday, was it? No, Thursday. We were looking at the scripts for this, so I've had another look at them. I think we went through everything, but I'll just go through things again and kind of summarize now so that we know what we know. So we've got the audio. Oh, we haven't looked at audio yet. Haven't looked at impact. Why are these not in here? So where are these scripts at? Oh, there's loads of scripts in here. So we looked at player. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. We looked at player, and the one thing I did get stuck on was tweens. Now I've been looking into tweens, and I kind of get it now. Did you read my suggestion for the layout? The music is a tad quieter. The music is a tad quieter. Do you want it a tad quieter, or is it too quiet? And no, maybe the board more to the left and the clock above you, so you can make the board bigger. Okay, yeah, we can do that. In fact, I could do that now by, let's just quickly move the chat over there. Don't say anything. The music's a bit too loud. Okay. There we go. Try that. So I guess the way I could do this, if I go into this here, grab background. Nope, that's the wrong one. Background, this one. I don't want it to. There we go. Oh. And I need to grab the clock. Move it over there. So something like that. Wait, you won't see that just properly just yet. Transition. Why is there two clocks? There we go. Perfect. And now I guess I need to adjust the green to be in here. There we go. How's that, Skydriver? This suggestion it just needs to be to your liking. Just a thought a bigger board would be fine. Yeah, absolutely. In fairness, I just want to play about with things and see how it works. So yeah, struggled through this on Friday, but I think it's kind of cemented in my head now. So when the players first loaded, we're setting the mouse to be captured so that obviously we can capture any mouse movements, things like that. We're also setting the weapon to be whatever the default weapon is, which is weapon ID 0. And then we're initiating the change, and this weapon change. Now this is where I got a bit stuck because of the tweens. Now I understand what tweens are now a bit. So what this is saying is get the tree, which is this tree here. One little point I want to mention, but you must promise not to get mad or angry at me. I can't promise anything, but go on. No, I won't get mad. I don't get mad. Unless it's to do with an iron pan. I'm kidding. It is very much like saying, I don't want to be rude, but no, it's not. You can say whatever you want in this chat, within reason. How's you been anyway, dude? Been good. Like the missus said, we went to, as an early birthday present for my son, we went down to Doncaster and went, there's a place there called the Doncaster Dome, which is a swimming place with loads of slides and whatnot. So we went swimming there, and there was also an exhibition there called Game On. It was last day today, but they had like everything from arcade, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, that kind of stuff, Amigas, Ataris. the layout will make it look like you will teach the viewers something and not that you are learning. So maybe it would be good to rethink until you're able to teach the viewer. Yeah, fair point, Skydriver. I was going for the more of a kind of let's learn together kind of thing. And like that's what I said about classmates, not necessarily students for number of followers, that kind of stuff. I'll give it another think. We'll leave it as it is for now, and then we'll I'll have a thing to. Yeah, I'm sitting at the wrong desk. Yeah, but you'd see the back of my head. This is the teacher's desk, but they can't get a picture of you up there. I'm just stealing the teacher's seat for now. But I can't think of how. That's the thing. I did think about that, and I was thinking, how could I get myself down as a student? Unless I literally just have it where you can see the student's desk to the next of you, and the teacher's desk in the. But then it'll take up too much of the screen, that kind of stuff. So I'll have a think about it, and I'll see what else I can do. Thank you very much, SME. Bournemouth, where I reside. But this the game exhibition we went to was absolutely brilliant. Like I say, I had all sorts from Ataris up to Nintendo 64s, and actually even some modern games. There was Farming Simulator 22 there. I think was one of the most modern ones that I saw. There's obviously The Sims and SimCity. A bit of a walk for you guys. A little bit. But yeah, it was a good day out. Yesterday was a bit of a quiet day though. Yesterday was more of a do jobs around the house kind of thing. So that was it's good to get out of the house today. And then the kids are back at school tomorrow. Yay. And I'm back at work. Boo. Right. So what this is saying is get the tree. So which is the tree of wherever the player is in, I think. And create a tween, or maybe it's the player tree. Does it actually say which tree it gets? Returns a scene tree that contains this node. Returns null. Okay, so that's on here. So therefore it'll be wherever this node's placed, which would be here. So then this is creating a tween in the main scene. It would be a good idea for MSS to make the walk. It gets a bit of moving. Are you trying to say I don't move much? Are you trying to make insinuations about my physical stature? Yeah, I'm fine. So this creates a tween. This set ease is basically how it eases in and out. So in this case, ease in, ease out, in is this one here. So it's a combination of ease in and ease out, and the interpolation is fast at both ends. So it goes fast, slow, fast. When it's moving, in, out, in, out. Shake it all about. Just saying that it would be good for you. Your missus wants you to stretch and move a bit more. Yeah. Tween property is what it is, what we are tweening. So tween is that kind of, it's a way of doing an animation without doing an animation. So in this case we're moving the container which is what contains the weapon, I believe. Or is it the... So I guess it's the head container. So let's just see where else this is. Yeah, this is Basis.inverse. Applied velocity. Right, yeah, so that's the, I guess, the camera container. Yeah, so this gets knocked back. The camera container gets knocked back. And cool. So what we're doing here is tweening the container that the camera's in. Do a little bit of an offset on the Y, so I guess it's up, so it's moving up slightly, maybe it's up and down, I'm not sure. And then when it comes back, it's changing the weapon. So if we watch how the camera moves, I believe that's what it's doing when I change weapon, which is E. Oh no, it's the weapon. So you see how the weapon drops down and back up? That's the tween functionality. So then change weapon. Does change weapon have a tween to bring it back? Yeah. What, choosing to do the 8x8 pixel sprites for the vertical game jam is really fun. I haven't seen your progress yet, Matt. I do want to see it. I've watched Beegs on Saturday. Obviously, I was busy all day today, so I don't know if he or you were streaming today. If you guys were, then I'm sorry I missed it. But yeah, I didn't. Where did you post it? Are you streaming your game jam, or are you just Matt? Or are you just doing it offline? So that was the tween stuff. So as I say, for the ready function, that was quite easy to figure out now. Got that. For this, you've got the handle controls. Handle controls is if you press mouse capture, it captures it. If you press exit, it exits it. It sets your vector to 0 for sets a input mouse as a vector 0 if you exit it. I'm streaming it, but my times are 2 to 5 PM Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Fit around the wife. Yeah, no worries. That's absolutely fine. I'll be at work tomorrow. I work till about 4 o'clock. So I'll be catching Beegs tomorrow, and then when you start streaming, I'll catch you as well. Anyway, so if the input, well, I'll get the input vector from move left, right, blah blah blah, which gets the velocity, which is just the input vector on the x and y axis. Did you just say you need to get back to work tomorrow? Yes, because I work Monday to Friday. That's the usual thing of getting normalized, so getting normalized inputs and times by movement speed. Then get the rotation, so that's whether you've turned camera left, right, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's fine. We looked at that. And then action shoot just says if you press shoot and it's not cooling down, play the weapon shot. Move the gun position container on the Z-axis by 0.25 and rotate camera. Yeah, just fine. But then you've got that muzzle flash here which rotates by a random range. Do your boss knows how hard you work? Of course. Well, I'm sure they don't know quite how hard I work, you know. I work harder than anyone expects. Nobody expects me to be working hard. This gets a raycast and a random spread for the shot. So that makes sense now. If it's hits the enemy, damage the the enemy. So all that makes sense now. So coming back up to here, handle gravity. So this just adds the gravity, and if your gravity is greater than 0 and you're on the floor, reset it back to 0. And set single jump to be true. That's cool. So I think I get all of this script. Like I say, you've got movement velocity. This is lerping that, so it makes it a nice smooth movement. Move and slide that. That turns the footsteps on if you're on the floor. This is saying if the stream that pauses the footsteps, that plays it. It's the wrong way around. That again is lerping your camera position on the Y, and it's saying if you just land on the floor from a jump. It's hard to click the different streams on Twitch and YouTube videos. You're such a hard worker. Every day you go home, you earned a hot bath, massage, fish and chips, and an ice cold beverage. If you can hear that, she's laughing a lot at that joke. The laugh from you, Mrs. Says It All. I do work hard, but I don't come home to a hot bath, a massage, and fish and chips and an ice cold beverage. I wish. So yeah, I think I get this script. So let's have a look at one of the other scripts, which is Blaster script. Blaster doesn't have a script. Enemy script. So this will be firing at the player, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. So that's the damage function. So when I said back here about on where's it gone? Action shoot. But you already live a lazy life. Wait, Mr. Zombie lives a lazy life? Thank you, SME. Welcome back to the chat. He's Mr. Lazy. He works hard. It's true, always could be more. Oh well, fair enough. He doesn't work hard, he's very lazy. When you say it yourself, Matt, I can't really defend you, can I? Can we not do vodka for the hydrate to see how drunk you can get? That's unfortunately, that's against TOS. You can't, the terms of service, you can't, I could drink vodka on stream, that's not a problem. But you can't have it linked to the viewer rewards. So I'd get banned off Twitch if I did that. Anyway, back to this. So in here, when you shoot, we do this collider.damage. So that must be in enemy. There's a damage function, I think, as well. Yeah, this damage function. So we'll get to that in a second. So drinking stream when? Actually, you can for redeems, just not I'll drink if you sub or pay me bits. Matt, what are you doing to me? We shall see. We shall see. Drinking stream when? Yeah, I'm not sure how well that would go, especially if I'm trying to do any kind of development work. Bye bye, lad. And plus, I normally work the next day. It would have to be a Friday, not a school night then. I'm not doing a drinking stream. You just want to get me drunk. SME. When I'm drunk, I snore very loud. You know this. I'd have to ship the wife and son off in case I'd have to ship what if you did a drinking stream, or do you mean you'd have to now? Sorry, I don't get that. If I did it, okay. Remember the night of Jaeger? No, that's the point. I don't remember anything from that night. Sorry, we are in ads. I apologise to all of you viewers who have to suffer the ads. I don't see them because I'm amazing. Yes, yes, you are. All of my subscribers are amazing. Mrs. I don't think you thought that through with the vodka. You're missing the part that you need to take care of him if he's drunk and try and use a closet as a restroom and so on. He's been known to shh the toilet when drunk. That was one time, and that was only with tequila. And I've never had tequila since. Me and tequila don't mix at all. I love Jaeger, don't get me wrong, but I just can't remember anything after my wife and I had a good night of drinking Jaeger, and I don't remember much of that night. I also remember, do you remember the night we had some friends around at a barbecue? So we had a barbecue. It was when we lived in our old house. It was pre having children. I think it was probably pre having children. Or the little one was very young. Anyway, so we had a lot of people around at barbecue, as you do, drinks and things. And one of my friends, one of my best friends, he was drinking. I think it was vodka at the time, or something like that. Eurovision is coming up soon. We're a good mix here, so let's do a Eurovision drinking session. I'll come to that in a second. So when we had our friends around, I don't drink much these days, so it'd be a cheap date. When I had my friends down, he kept drinking his drink, and whenever he wasn't looking or whenever he went to the toilet, we'd top it back up with like anything we had that was clear. So it ended up being ouzo and vodka and all sorts in that drink. He was not very well the next day, to say the least. But it wasn't just me that was doing that. I'll allow that. It wasn't just me that was doing that. There was quite a few of us, and he found it funny the next day anyway. Well, actually a few days later because it took him a little while to recover. And he was wondering why his drink was never going down. But yeah, that was a good night. And as for the Eurovision, so one time, that's the problem with hangovers now. They don't go. Yeah, absolutely. Back in good old days, you could have a drink and be up and bouncing about not long after. But anyway, we tried playing a Eurovision game once, didn't we, SME? And the game was you had to take a shot or a drink, whatever, every time you saw your country's flag. Oh yeah, there was a list of things. Sorry, yeah, it was like a take a drink when, and there was a list of things, but one of them was every time you saw your country's flag. It was absolutely horrendous. My daughter is pissed and out and about with her mates and boyfriend all the time. And I bet you she just gets up all sprightly the next day, like, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine, or a couple of aspirins or paracetamol or whatever. I'll be fine. Yeah, old age gets to you. But yes, maybe we do something for Eurovision. How about me and you, Matt? When she hit the wall and slept for 24 hours. I'd like that. Nothing worse than a hungover and young kids. Yeah, nothing. I know, especially like when they're just jumping all over you and yeah. Anyway, so back to this. So target position is just position. So save the initial. My youngest is 11, so I can tell him to lean off the roof. I think you should stream at 6 a.m. the day after the Eurovision so we could talk to you a little bit more. That ain't gonna happen. Not 6 o'clock. Well, sometimes up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I obviously won't be if I've had a drink the night before. This sets a target position which we'll look at. So position starts off as the current position. Fair enough. So when every tick self dot look at the player plus a vector of y. So look at. I think no, there was there is written a little bit more, not a little more. When we never torture you, we are nice and all behave all the time. You don't torture me? Are you sure? Do you want to think about that one? Do you want to rethink your answer? Should I take off the cooldown on the hydrate redeem and see how drowned I get? Anyway, you add more to a little bit. There is no more. See? I added more when I said so we could torture you a little bit. But I know you guys, and you torture me anyway. It's your wife, not me. True. So rotate the node so that the local forward axis points towards the target position. So this takes target, up, vector, and then use model front. So yeah, so we are just saying, if I go back to the enemy, this is the target, which I'd say, so it's like half a meter above the target, an up vector, and look at the target, that's fine. Target position dot y equals cosine. I hate SOHCAHTOA. Sine movement up and down. I have no idea what that means. Looks like I need to look to refresh my memory on SOHCAHTOA. Time plus equals delta and position equals target position. So time starts off at 0. Okay, so damage. So if he gets damage, play the hurt sound, health minus the amount. If health is less than 0 and not destroyed, then destroy it. And the destroy function, play the destroy sound. If destroyed is true, Q free. Q free. Q's the node for deletion, so this is just delete the node. Fair enough. It's your fault to have her as a wife, so that tells us MSS loves to be tortured. And more than anything, he loves getting the iron pan to the head. Minimi tortures him the most. She does. My daughter tortures me constantly. She has me wrapped around her little finger. But she's my daughter, so I'll let her. Oh, I've closed the enemy Godot scene. I meant to keep that one open. That destroys it then. On timer, timeout. Does that called anywhere? Where is this called? On timer, timeout. Is there a timer? Where's the enemy in the scene? It does have a timer. Okay. And by default, it's 25 seconds. Or 0.25 seconds. She's pretty horrendous. She shoots spiders all over the house to torture her. Yes. We've got a Banksy in the house and she just loves to draw on walls and the floor and the furniture. Little spiders. And then when you tell her about it, she's like, she thinks you're telling her off and gets all upset about it. And I'm like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, when the timer times out, force raycast update. If the raycast's colliding, then get the collider. If the collider has method damage, so this will allow it to. Does the player have method damage? It does. Health amount minus amount. If health is less than 0, reload the current scene. Okay. Interesting. So, muzzle A frame equals 0. Play default. Which is this thing here. Okay. Oops, wrong thing. How to play it? Anyway. And do that random rotation. Ah, yeah, because it's got the enemies have 2 guns, one side and the other. I'll play the attack sound. Collider.damage 5. Okay. So this, like I say, would allow you to use the enemies against each other, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so that's the enemy done. Impact. So this just says one animation finished. Thank you, SME. Oh. I need to take away your points. I don't know how I can do that, but thank you for the stretch and the posture check. Right. So impact. So when's this impact on animation? When's impact? So what is impact? It's just an animation sprite. I wonder if this is ever actually used. Control Shift. Impact. There we go. It's used in action shoot. Oh, okay, so this loads in the impact scene. And plays the shoot animation. Which if I go back to 3D view on this. Animation. Yeah, that doesn't work because obviously it's not going. Okay, that's fine. Go back to scripts. Go back to this. Plays that. Adds it to the child. Yeah, that's fine. But then once it's played, because the way the impact works on animation finished, it deletes itself. Cool. Cool beans. Player, we've done audio. So this is an audio node. So when's this ever used? Control Shift. Audio. Is this? Oh, okay. So I thought. Oh, interesting. I thought audio.play and all this audio.play was built in, baked in functionality. But it's not. It's part of this audio script. So why is it uppercase here? Interesting. So to play it, sound split path on a comma, append q.append. So q is just blank. Then I guess it'd be in process. If q is not empty and not available, and not available is empty, available.streamload q. So this is saying the available players and the queue of sounds. Okay. When ready, the number of players. Okay, so this will work for multiplayer then. So this is a handy little script to have. So this will see a bit. So this will for every player, it'll create a new audio stream, and it will add that child, and it'll append it to this list of availables. It'll set the volume decibel to -10, and it'll connect to it on stream finished. So bind to the on stream finished. And the B bus is, which is bus on which the audio is playing. Okay, that's interesting. Nice way of doing this. I like this. And then it said basically when you play sound, it puts it onto the queue rather than plays it directly. Say MSS, we know you love classic music. What do you listen to as well? I've just realised my music isn't playing still. So the music I tend to listen to, in all honesty, is I'll listen to generally heavy metal. If I'm trying to work and zone out all noise and distractions, I actually generally tend to listen to the likes of Disturbed or Metallica, Slipknot. Slipknot not so much these days, but Disturbed's a good one. I like that. Or just rock music. Any of the classics. Heavy metal's nice, yeah. I'll tend to just put on a Spotify playlist where I'll just say play metal music. and it'll just play. So I have a wide range of tastes in music. So like, I would have loved to have went and seen Meatloaf live when he was still alive. My wife was very close to booking that just before he passed away, which is gutting because he's one of those people that I'd love to have seen. Yeah, so there's lots of, you know, there are some things that I like as well, like maybe like I like Elvis Presley music, Elvis Presley and the Everly Brothers sometimes, or just going to be bad to say, but even sometimes a little bit of ABBA. Depends on how good of a mood I'm in. But I have a wide range in taste of music. It's generally just anything that's good. Not any of this modern day. God, I'm starting to sound like a really old man. Not any of this modern day hippity hoppity rap stuff. It's like we were on the way home today and we were listening to the charts. You know, I quite like Dolly Parton. It's, you know, if her music comes on, really enjoy it. But I've noticed there's Beyonce's redone a Dolly Parton song, and somebody else has done a mix with Dolly Parton. And both of those songs I think are terrible. I think they're just absolutely terrible. So in all honesty, I like a lot of different music, but generally if I'm trying to work, I'll put on something heavy to block out noise. So sounds, random int, size strip edges. On multiple separated by commas. Okay. So why is this? Oh, okay. So this. Right. So this here, you could pass in multiple sounds. Like this one. You pass in multiple sounds and it'll randomly play one of those. That's really good. I like that a lot. I really like that. That's a really nice way of doing that. And then, so basically, if the queue's not empty and available's not empty, then available 0.stream is equal to load. That loads in a resource. Okay, fair enough. And it pops the front of the queue, so it pops the first one off the queue, and then it says play. So right, so it would be this thing here, which would have stream here. So stream is the audio stream of the object to be played, and then I guess play just plays the audio from the given position. Fair enough. Back to this. And it randomly pitch shifts it as well. It's awesome. And then it pops off the... Thank you very much. Right. The available players, okay. So the bus is master, that's fine. So try in number of players. Number of players is 12. Ah, okay, so it's just number of. You just create okay. Chug. Yeah. So just sorry. Flashbang you all there. There's no way to do. That's gonna have to be it. So SkyDrive. I was just thinking there. Just trying to think about how I can do this scene where I'm the student. So let's imagine this here is the whiteboard, whatever you want to call it. You've got the clock up there. We have, I could put maybe the teacher's desk there, just over the. I don't want to use up too much of the space, so maybe I could put the teacher's desk here, like we have done. And at the moment we've got this desk all the way going across here. So if I changed it so we had a chair and table there, and then I want to try and get the perspective right as well. So I'm thinking if I put the chair and table there, and I'm going off on one here, which I apologise for, and my camera would be here. I'll colour that red. And then I could have a long table here. No, we could have a long table here for you guys. Could do it maybe. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter that I'll be facing you rather than facing away, but it adds in a couple of minutes in 3 minutes, so just a heads up on that. Anyway, this. So yeah, that's a really nice script. I'll actually steal that in the future. So HUD, so we've got HUD audio. So HUD's not audio. HUD GD script, which it is. Can't see any references to it. Look, basically though, it just has the whole text. Well, how does that? Okay, so on health updated, then health.text equals the string of health plus the percentage sign. It's interesting. And then the weapon is just got a lot of exports, so the model position, the rotation, muzzle position, yeah. Sounds crosshair, cool. Sounds are these blaster sounds and such. Can play. I don't know if you guys heard that, but sprites, weapons. That's pretty cool. So I think we've been through everything, unless I'm missing a Godot script. I think I get how this works enough to be able to use this in the future and repurpose a lot of this. Ooh. Like I could potentially make a new weapon quite easily, but that's just changing parameters in the inspector, in the editor. What I could do, I guess, is go into player. No, I won't. We'll leave that for now. So I've got a fairly decent understanding of that one. We may come back to these because, like I said, I want to get through these Godot starter packs and then move on to and get back to making my game, which I'm getting ideas from all the time. Speaking of which, when I was at the event today, that was quite good for inspiration and stuff. So I we'll see how it goes. But I might borrow some inspiration from old retro stuff. So the first game I knock up might not be my dungeon crawler. It might be something similar to something that we did, something that came out obviously a long time ago. Right. Ooh, so let's play this game first. Let's see how it runs. I'm playing because I know everybody that's on the stream has a sub, so... Oh. It has the double jump functionality. It might have been worthwhile. Ooh. Ah. Might have been worthwhile watching this one. Oh, looking at this one before looking at the FPS, because it might have some of the... Doesn't have camera controls though that I can see. Yay! Yeah, finished. Right, let's go. So let's have a look around the scene first. We've got obviously our little player character. Got a few platforms. Got these red platforms which are falling platforms. Got a lot of coins. Now what I would tend to do in all honesty, so can you missus hear the stream as well? SME, can you hear the stream? You probably can. Unless she's just turned me off, which wouldn't be surprised. So we've got these platforms here. We've got the main grass one in the middle. We've got a couple of cubes. Ah, the thingies are cubes. That's pretty cool. Ah, the hood's here. Okay. And there's a hood script there. That might have been the same on the old one. So I think this might be a quick one to get through actually, because it'll be very similar. Play this on stream. It may be kid friendly, it may be safe for work, but is it copyright? I know actually it doesn't matter, does it? Because I'm not monetized anyway, so. Another one. Another song. Thank you very much. Actually, can you guys hear that? Let's see. You guys? No, I made it. Okay. So, oh, by the way, Skydriver, I managed to get Beegs to play the other one you made during stream. I only sat there and played the full thing, which I was not expecting. Matt, were you there for that? No, we hear the music. Yeah, okay, no worries. YouTube. I'll fix that in a sec. Sorry. Can you? capture music that way, so application audio capture. I'll just do that for now. I don't know if Matt's still on as well, but yeah, I managed to get Beaks to play the whole of the last song you made on stream. Oh man, I'm quite chuffed with it actually. Right, so let's pause this music. Okay, are we ready?
The dreams begin to brew. Mixar Studio takes the stage with God up as his view. With every line of code he learns, the game comes to life anew. But his heart beats strongest for his family, a love forever true. Mixar Studio, streaming tales of code and law.
Oh, sorry.
God on as his in the world of streams and pixels, the dreams begin to brew. Mixar Studio takes the stage with God up as his view. With every line of code he learns, the game comes to life anew. But his heart beats strongest for his family, a love forever true. Mixar Studio, streaming tales of code and law. With God on as his canvas, he creates and explores. But in the warmth of home, where love's embraced a span, it's the old Iron Man, his wife's gift that makes him the happiest man. Through the trials and triumphs of game dev's winding road, his wife and children by his side, their love an endless so. Yet amidst the chaos of creation, a simple joy does reign. When the Iron Man meets his head, it's like Christmas come again. Mixar Studio, streaming tales of code and law. With God on as his canvas, he creates and explores. But in the warmth of home, where love's embraced a span, it's the old Iron Man, his wife's gift that makes him the happiest man. So here's to Mixar Studio, streams that brightly shine. May his games be filled with wonder as he crafts each line. And when the Iron Man makes its gentle mark, may laughter fill the air. For in that simple moment, joy beyond compare.
It's awesome. Thank you for that. You said under the title in the video is the style I wanted. That's what Sono made out of it. Oh, this a bit like Metallica's Nothing. Fair enough. Yeah, I get those vibes. Yeah, great song. The audio is way too overdriven. For me, with AI stuff, it's always a case of right now it's still just bedding in, settling in. So I'm sure it will get to a point where it's it'll understand a bit more what you mean. Yeah, thank you again for that. Anyway, back to this. We'll start with the player script again because it's normally the easiest one. So the player has some components, which is view. I like it. Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good. Thank you. View is I guess the camera's position. Yeah, views the camera. Fair enough. So obviously we need to use that at some point. Properties: movement speed 250, jump strength 7. So obviously you could change that to like 500, and you could change this to 25, and that would make me like jump over everything. Whee! Interesting, the camera does follow me up and down. It's very quick. It actually makes the platformer harder. Whee! That might have to be like a little platformer that I make for something where you super jump man kind of thing. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So I'll put that back to what it was. Actually, I could have changed in here, couldn't I? Never mind. Movement velocities are just vector 3, rotation directories, directions of float, and gravity 0. Previously flawed is false, so this is to do with the jumping and landing stuff again, I guess. Single jump, double jump, and coins. So obviously start with 0 coins, and as you collect them, it'll increase. Particles trail. I didn't see any particles. Maybe I wasn't watching properly. Interesting. These are the things I need to watch. Oh yeah, the particles. Right, yeah. Oh, they're pretty cool. Right. Footstep sounds, the model, which is, I guess if I go into player itself, the model is just the character, which is this one here. So if I go to 3D scene, it's broken down into left leg, right leg, torso, left and right arm, and antenna. Animation player. It's idle. Jump. Walk. Oh, okay, cool. Right, go back to the scripts. So you've got the animation player, which you just looked at there. So there's no on ready function by the looks of things. A couple of these will already be what we know. So handle controls will just be input equals a 0 vector, then wait. I've seen this before. Do you know what that means by any chance? Or does anyone in chat know what that means? When I say anyone in chat, I know there's not many people left. But let's see if I can. Can't control click it, but let's see if I can find a Godot script reference for it. What do you mean? So colon equals GD script. GD script Nope, not that one. What does that mean? Over just in case. It sets the variable type to whatever is on the other side of the equal sign. So these are functionally equivalent. Thing float. Right. No, it's Java, isn't it? No, it's Godot script, so it's Python like. But I've never seen that in Python. Well, I have, but I think it means something completely different in Python. But in this case, what it's saying is input is the same type of this, so it's a vector3. So like this is saying it would be the same as saying vector3 equals vector3.0, which makes sense. So it's just type safing it in Python, which you don't normally get. But it means that you can then use the IntelliSense sense for like input dot. Yeah, you can get Z there, X, all those kind of fun things. So the x-axis is get move left right, and the dot z is get move forward and backwards. So x, y, z, yeah. Z's away from the camera, isn't it? Input rotated. Actually, was there any buttons that I didn't use? Left, right, up, down, jump, camera left is A. Oh no, it's left physical. Let me. Interesting. Let me just quickly try that. Makes it a bit easier. Yeah. Makes it a lot easier now that you can actually turn the camera. Oh! Unless you turn the camera the wrong way. Right. So movement velocity is the input, which is gained from the move left, right, and move forward, backwards. Actually, no, input is input rotated. Okay. You're rotating on the vector y. I guess, yeah. Yeah, okay. So it's rotating on the. Why are we doing this? That'd be interesting to understand. I'll have to have a look at that. So movement velocity equals obviously input times movement speed times the delta. Jumping, if you press jump, if single jump or double jump, then play that. Yes, that's the same as what we had in the other one. Gravity looks like it's the same. If it's greater than 0 and you're on the floor, then set to 0. Jump just jumps the minuses the gravity minus the jump strength. Model.scale. Does it when you jump? Oh yeah, it kind of scales it. Wonder if it ever scales it back. Animation for scale, jumping and landing. Yeah, okay, it does. Then collect coin. Oh, we haven't got to collect coin yet. Okay. So handle controls, that's fine. Handle gravity was the next one on the list, and then handle effects. Handle effects. So stop the particle trail, stop the sound. if you're on the floor and your X is greater than 1 or your Z is greater than 1, then play the walk animation. So if you're actively moving. Can you hear me twice, by the way? Or is it just one? I realise I haven't played the music again though. So if you're actively walking, emit the particles and unpause the sound. If you're not actively walking, play the idle sound. If you're not on the floor, play the jump animation. Sorry, idle animation, jump animation. It's quite handy. Quite nifty way of doing it. So handle effects. Then got this applied velocity, lerps the movement so it's nice and smooth. And sets the Y velocity to be minus the gravity to bring him back down. Applied velocity equals applied velocity, move and slide. Enough. Rotation. Vector 2. So this is to rotate the little player, and again lerp that. Falling respawn if positions less than -10, then reload the current screen. Fair enough. Model.scale. This lerps it back to 1. So, yeah. If he's on floor and gravity is greater than 2 and is not previously floored, animation when landing. Okay, so scale it again, kind of squash down but wider out. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, he kind of flattens down a little bit. And then previously floored is on floor. That makes sense. It's quite a simple one of doing it. What other scripts have we got though? Probably same audio. Yeah, exactly same audio, same HUD. Layer we've looked at, view. The view has a script. And this handles the camera movement. So let's try and get through this, and then hopefully I can use some of this learning over the next couple of days in creating a little video game. Like I say, I might move out of the classroom into a different scene. One minute. Nobody's done any dad jokes today. That's not even a joke. Right, so view. So if I go back to main and view, there's this script here. So we've got a couple of properties. We've got the target, the zoom. That's the minimum, maximum zoom, and zoom speed. I guess there was a zoom button I missed. Logic settings. Yeah. Close that. Play. Eee, that's pretty cool. These things are handy to keep. So, right, that's it, the minimum zoom, maximum zoom, zoom speed, it's fine. Rotation speed is 120 by default. That's how quickly it'll rotate, yeah. Set to default to rotate, to zoom 10. Self top position equals lerp to target position with a speed of 4. I'd probably actually put these lerp things as variables, but maybe that's just me. Just so you can tweak that easily. Rotation degrees. Again, lerp the camera rotation. And those will be managed on handle inputs, yeah. So camera position is again lerped to a vector 3 but with a zoom. So I guess this position, rotation. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Self is the view, camera is obviously the camera itself. So this is the it's local Z, so how close in and back out is, so that's just moving the camera itself, which makes sense. So get the input as a vector 30 again. Again, same as what we've done with player here. Rotation is plus the input limit length. Returns a vector with a maximum length by limiting its length to length. Okay. So this is input dot limit length. So if it's over 1, set it to 1 times the rotation speed and delta. And then the rotation dot x clamp for the maximum of -80. So if I do -180 for example and play, there you go. I think that's what the problem was. I think you're not supposed to be able to do that. If I put that back to how it was and play again, yeah, you can only go just slightly off the top, which is pretty cool. What's that? It's interesting on the player, on handle controls, that's how they're doing it. So this here is rotating your input based on the view rotation, so the way the camera's rotated to. That's pretty cool, because that's one of the things I was struggling with before. That's what that's doing. It's taking the camera's rotation and rotating your input to match that. Nice. That's nice. I like that. And then zooming is your zooms plus equal to input dot get access, zoom in, zoom out, so it's whether you're going in or out times the zoom speed and the delta. Okay, it clamps it to the minimum maximum. Good enough. It's actually quite simple. Is there any other Godot scripts? There's a cloud. So this random velocity. So when it's ready, generate a random number between 0.1 and 2 and a random time between 0.1 and 2. If I go to the cloud scene, just a cube. And then position.y. So this moves it randomly basically. Okay. Unbody entered. Oh, okay, so Oh, so this is as this coin being collected, which is interesting. So that makes a mesh. Why does it keep the coin around? Because I would have put that there. Why doesn't that work? Oh. No. It does work. Because then this cleans up this coin body as well. This is cleaning up the mesh and making it invisible, but it's still there. And then that stops it from emitting particles. So if I look in the 3D, it's emitting these kind of shiny particles. It says, my wife is going to bed. I'll go with her and watch an episode of LOL with her. I think you'll be gone. Come back, so I wish you good night and a really good start to the week. Good night, Emma. Says, Mr. Zombie, sleep well. Have sweet dreams of sour cherries. And you too, Zombie Driver. Zombie Driver? You too, Sky. I'll catch you. If I don't catch you in the stream tomorrow, in Biggs' stream, then I might catch you tomorrow night on stream as well. Well, have a good night and hope you enjoy your episode of LOL, whatever that is. Now you've used zombie me. I know. Good night. Good night. Have a good one. That's a coin. Has a collision shape of just like a big circle around it. Okay. Laughing out loud. Series on Prime. Okay. Alright, catch you later. Bye. Go back to script. Back to the coin. So on body entered. Then play the sound and stop emitting particles. Collect a coin. Which if I come back in here, this has a function which just pluses on a coin. And it emits signal coin collected. So if I'll look for that. On coin collected. Oh. Okay. Canvas layer. Was that on the main hood? Yeah, hood. That's that one. Nice. So I'll go back to layer. No, coin. The other thing it has is it rotates it by 2, like, yeah, and it bobs up and down a little bit. And again, I need to look at Sokoto. Falling platform, we haven't looked at that yet as either. So, but it is 10 past 10, and I think we'll leave that. Oh no, very quick one. So on body M. Just 2 seconds. There we go. Right. On body entered. Well, no, we'll start off with process. So scale, so lerp the scale to 1 by 1 by 1. Does it ever not be 1 by 1 by 1? I guess it scales it down here when it's falling. And then the position y is minus equal to the gravity times delta. If the position y is less than... Oh, okay. If falling... Gravity... okay. This is minusing the gravity, so moving it up in equal to the gravity, but if it is falling, then it's just going to move it down, I believe. Yeah, if I change that to a minus here, that should either break them or make them go up. Oh yeah, the clouds bob up and down a little bit. Right. Yeah, they go up now. It's fine. So, and if I change that to plus the gravity there, then they'll just fly off the scene straight away. No. Did I not say this? If position, so position dot y is minus gravity times the delta. Gravity initially is 0. Okay, right. Okay, so if I set that to 1, for example, 0.1 for example, then we should see it should start off falling a bit slower than, yeah. See how they're slowly falling already there. Yeah, that's cool. So that's what that's doing. So by default, the gravity on this is 0. But then, if anything enters the body, then clear the sound, fall, scale it a bit bigger, and then start the fall, set it to fall into true, which would then come in here and increase the gravity every delta, every time by 0.25. Cool. That is a fairly easy one. But it is that time, and I do need to go to work tomorrow, so I need to raid somebody interesting. Shall we go raid? Just thinking. We'll go raid Sedlix. Let me double check that he's not about to turn off the start though. He's not in ads, which he's not. Hello Bessie! You're just catching me out to disappear. Hello there. I know I'm about to raid out. I'm really sorry. Daylight savings time. You know what? You're the second person in this chat today to use that word, but I've allowed it anyway. I do apologise. I don't control time zones and stuff. I do apologise. I will try and catch your stream though next time you're on. But we're about to go and raid Sedlix. Because why not? It's fun.
I heard Seta give a hearty laugh and stream died for me. Oh no!
If you haven't
Tried to
joined
open
the
Discord and it crashed
Discord
twice. Holy
already,
shit.
there's a link in the Discord here.
About a half
if you
inch
want to
lower
join
than I
us,
click
have
for
fun.
information or higher. I
Thank you all
see.
for joining us today, and
Can
I'll
you
see
send
you over
requests?
in the.
Can you send the events to the
Thanks,
Unity
Alexa stream.
event handling system?
Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Event